Hi, I'm Julie Fei Fan Balzer, and as you know, I love using paint on my projects. And so does Jenny Barnett Rohrs, who reviews all sorts of products on her website, crafttestdummies.com. Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Julie. How you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent.
I hear you've brought a really cool project for us.
I am so excited about this project. This is the kind of project that makes my heart sing because I get to play with resist and negative space. And that's just something we don't think much about. But we're going to make this card, and we're going to make our own resist background, which is great because you can customize it to anything you want to use. And we're also going to create this fabulous die cut with the sentiment as the negative space, and I think you're going to be my wizard for that.
I am. I'm going to be your helpful assistant. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here, and I'm going to go into the machine, has patterns and stuff that's already in it. So I think you told me the size of that little shape is a little under 3 inches, was it?
Yeah, just under 3 inches.
So I'm just going to choose that. I'm going to adjust the width to exactly where I want it. We're going to make it just a hair under 3 inches here, and you can go down by tiny little increments, okay?
So you really can customize it.
You can customize it.
If you want to make a bigger card, you can make a bigger sentiment.
Exactly. Then once that's set for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in the sentiment. So I'm just going to pick from one of the built-in fonts that's right in here, and I'm going to type out my sentiments in Easy Hello. I think that's always nice to send a card for no reason other than to just say hello. And again, I'm going to make this as small as possible. I'm going to set that. And now you can see I have 2 separate pieces. So I want to put the one piece onto the second piece. So I'm going to go ahead and select it and move it, but it's still too large. So I'm simply going to resize it. And again, since I know that the width of the piece is just under 3 inches, as long as I make the sentiment smaller than that, it should fit. So I can do a close-up to see how I'm doing, and then I can go ahead and make any little adjustments that I need to make it fit in there. So now that this is ready, I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to be, this is a waste not, want not moment. I have some paper which I've already cut some things out from, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the cover from the sticky mat. I'm going to place down the paper onto my sticky mat. I'm just going to rub it down to adhere it, and then I'm going to feed it into the machine. And what's going to happen now is kind of cool, which is I'm going to let the machine scan the paper so that I make sure that I am absolutely maximizing the paper. So you could actually put a tiny little leftover scrap of paper onto this big mat, and the machine would only cut exactly wherever you put the piece, which I think, it just makes, you know, I'm a hoarder of everything.
Of everything.
Paper scraps, are you kidding me?
So that also means then if you wanted to place it in a certain area to fussy cut it so that you could maybe make a mat, but have the empty spot in the middle, you could do that too, right?
Perfect, exactly. So I'm just grabbing this and I'm moving it so that I'm maximizing where it cuts on the paper. I'm going to hit OK. I have my blade cut to a 4, so I know that it's going to cut clearly. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to cut, and Jenny, you're going to make some papers now, I think, right?
Excellent. Yeah, well, so that's great, because what we're going to do is we're going to make our resist paper, and it's going to kind of look like this when we're done, but I'm going to take you there step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is put some glue on our table and get out a stencil or 2, and I've got a little roller brush, and I'm just going to very quickly go over the top.
Is there a reason you're using a foam brayer as opposed to an acrylic or a rubber one?
Well, it holds more material, and it also, I think, lets you go a little bit thinner. So then you end up with this kind of, you can barely see it, but that's okay because I have some here that are dry. If I hand that to you.
There you go, thank you.
And you can use different colors too. I like to show that you can, you know, do this on cardstock that's craft or black or white, but of course we're using white for this. And then what we're going to do is take our little spray inks and go swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. And what you get with that glue is a resist. I think that's like my wonderful magical moment. So what you'd want to do then is go ahead and customize that, but then let it dry. And then, oh, look at all those beautiful colors that you get. And then you're ready to cut it up and actually use it in the card. Is our little sentiment ready?
Yes, our sentiment is all ready. I was just waiting for a moment. There you go.
Excellent. So now we have our hello. And I've gone ahead and created a couple of different mats. Remember I was talking earlier about how you could fussy cut that?
Yes.
Because you don't need that empty space because you're going to cover it up like I did here.
That is so smart.
Right?
That's a great way to use up all those bits of pattern paper.
I like to use everything up.
So I noticed that you're using several shades of green here.
Yes.
Is there a reason?
Well,
are you just a fan of green?
Other than looking at my beautiful necklace. Sometimes I get really inspired by jewelry or art. I also find that monochromatic things just work really nicely nicely for me that it gives you a beautiful finished product without having to worry about matching colors too much. But then you're just gonna pop on your sentiment, and there you go. Add
That's
some
nice.
little
I like how
sparkles
you
if
use
you
the
like.
foam adhesive to lift it up, because with the cutout, I feel like the shadow helps to emphasize
really
that
does.
dimension a lot.
Right, and what's fun about this too, I love using the die cutter because then you can create a number of them and you can start playing with different designs.
That is so cool. Jenny, thank you so much.